First off, I want to start off with saying I don't know how you did that living in a tiny tent without any electricity or running water or anything for the last 2 years. Pretty crazy. The dogs are jumping up here. But I was able to sleep in a tiny house that already had electric in there running off the generator with an AC unit and a refrigerator. So it was a little bit easier for me to be able to do it. And I wanted to kind of just make this video to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly of being at Jason's place for almost 2 weeks off-grid. So I'm gonna go ahead and start out with some of the bad things that I thought about living out there off-grid on Jason's property. I'd say the number one thing is the fleas, ticks, and ants, snakes, spiders, all that stuff, having to watch out for them. I got eaten alive out there by ticks and chiggers and ants. I took the precautions of spraying myself, wearing jeans most of the time, overalls if I was going out in the brush, but there's no way you can stop them all. You can see that Jason's dogs weren't scratching that much, not nearly as much as I thought they would be. They do have all the medicine with them, so that does help prevent them from getting a bunch of ticks and stuff like that. But my leg is just tore up. I got bumps all over my body. I'm still picking ticks off of me, and I've been home for over a day now, so that just kind of puts it in perspective of what you're working with. And that's with an open area that cleared out. When Jason was up there, there was nothing cleared out, so he had to do all that work clearing stuff out, and I'm sure it was just absolutely miserable for him. I don't think people give him the credit that he deserves on all that, because like I said, I was only after 10 days and I'm eaten alive already. Another bad thing about living out there is the water situation. He's not gonna put a well out there like we've all mentioned. That's not gonna be his forever home. It's gonna be an off-grid getaway for us, but not having running water out there is a big deal coming from me, where at my place I do have running water. You have to bring in water. There's several different ways. You can go buy bottled water, you can go down to the river, or you can do rain catchment, which he pretty much does all three. To be able to fill up the dogs' water troughs, I had to basically, to move it from where it was at the house out to where the dog house is now, I had to drain it out, drag the, I think it's a, I don't even know how much, like a 50-gallon water tote over to where the dogs are, and then go down to the river and collect the water. It took me almost about an hour or so going back and forth, trying to fill up the water. So that's rough. Make sure that all the animals have plenty of water to drink, and then obviously water for yourself to drink and to be able to shower and stuff. So he did a really good job with the rain catchment out there, because he does have, I think he said it ended up being like a 300-gallon water tote, and then a 55-gallon barrel that's full up of water to shower with. Speaking of shower, the hot water was not working out there the entire time, so I had to take cold showers the whole time, which it's pros and cons. Right now it was okay because I was so hot from working out there, but I can just imagine him in the wintertime having to go out there and have cold showers when the hot water's not working. So that's definitely a bad thing about living out there. And then the third thing that was one of my hardest things was actually just building in general by myself. Everything's easier with two people. Just holding a board up while you're trying to screw it in or nail it in can be a pain in the butt. I struggled mightily on it. It didn't look like it as much because I did a lot of time lapse, but there were a lot of cuss words and stuff thrown out that luckily there was time lapse and I could put music over it. I did get frustrated a lot when I was building, but my whole time I was thinking, I was like, dang, Jason built this entire house by himself for the most part, and did the majority of the work on the property by himself for the most part. I was like, if he could do that for 2 years, I could do it for a week. So that was one of the things I really struggled with out there, was the ticks and fleas, the actual building itself, and then the water situation. So some of the great things that I could think of about being out there, one was having the river itself. Like I said, it's the pros and cons about having to go down and get the water, but it's also a very good thing to have the river that close. You can just go down, jump in, cool off, or you can go down there and fish, which I absolutely love. I didn't show a lot of fishing in my videos, but I went down there almost every single evening, would sit basically just up to my stomach area in the water and just fish, cool off, and try to catch stuff at the same time. That was definitely a plus. So another good thing about living out there was the isolation. If you like being by yourself, I like being by myself a lot. It gives you a lot of time to be able to think about stuff and just kind of just slow down and just enjoy your time. The time did seem like it went slower out there than it does when I'm here on my property, because I got people constantly driving by, waving, neighbors talking. The there's TVs going and all that stuff. Out there at Jason's, his internet wasn't even working that week, so that was actually another bad thing about it. Out there is the internet's horrible. But out here, things seem to go a lot quicker, and out there it just seemed to slow down, which I absolutely loved it. So that was one of the good things that I enjoyed about being out at his property. And I guess the final thing that I loved about being out there was actually seeing progress done and be able to help him out. He did put out a 60-day challenge to finish the house. I really think he could do it. Can he do it by himself? Maybe. Does he need a little bit of help? Most likely, and I'm sure he'll ask for it if he needs it. Matt's already said he can go up there and help. I can go up there. Danielle can go up there and help out as well. So I'm fairly confident he'll be able to get that done. So just seeing all the progress done on the property was a good thing, and I really enjoyed myself going out there. So those are pretty much some of the good things and bad things about living at Jason's property. I wanted to give you guys a highlight reel of the entire week. I know people are busy and they can't watch every single video or all the videos all the way through. So what I did is I went back in of day 1 through day 8 and cut up clips of each of them, put them all into one. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. I hope you enjoy it. It's Friday morning. There's an unfinished wall over here that I think I'm gonna try to finish up today, and also clear out this whole section over here. There's a lot of tools and wood and all sorts of stuff, but I get it, Jason, you don't have anywhere to store stuff. I'm one of the few that does get it because I've actually been out here and I know what you're going through, so I'm gonna try to make things a little bit easier for you. Clean up all this stuff. I am gonna utilize the trailer that's sitting over here to kind of store some of the stuff for now just to get it off the porch, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean everything up, and then we're gonna start on this wall. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you down on time lapse because nobody wants to watch me clean in slow motion, so let's get to work. What's up, people? It is day 2 of the off-grid tiny house property makeover. You can see I got all the pups behind me. They're all doing great. We were just playing. The dogs are doing awesome. I just want to give an update on them. So if you guys watched yesterday's video, that was day 1 of the makeover. I cleaned off the other side of the porch. I finished off the one wall. I did mention at the end of the video that I had a special surprise, but I'm going to hold off on that for now. Today's video is going to be all about the skirting. I'm going to go ahead and add in skirting all along this side of the house and along the front. I went to Lowe's today. I had to drive into Arkansas, which is almost an hour away, to pick up the lumber for it. So that's what I'm gonna be working on today. It should make the house look totally different once it's done. I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking and I'm gonna get to work. What's up, people? It is day 3 of the off-grid tiny house property makeover. Today I'm gonna take a break from actually building. I'm gonna be clearing out some of this land around here. As you can see behind me, it's just overgrown. Jason doesn't have his goats anymore, so it's a lot to take care of. So I'm gonna try to make it a little bit easier on him. Clear out this entrance area over here. I have a weed eater, a machete, pole saw, little saws, everything. So I'm gonna try to clear out as much as I can. I'm also gonna hydrate in between. I know a lot of people say I need to drink a lot of water. When I'm working out here, trust me, I drink a ton of water. But I wanna treat this property like some of you guys treat Jason in the comments. Some of you guys are just straight up rude. So I'm gonna be rude to these plants. I'm gonna tear them up, clean it out. I'm tired of talking, let's get to work. people? Today is day 4 of the off-grid tiny house property makeover. As you see behind me, I got the goat pen and the little chicken coop area. Jason's no longer gonna have animals out here, so I was trying to think what I can do with this since there's already a structure here, things that he needs. 2 things I can think of. One is a place for the dogs to be able to sleep at night. Now that I got the skirting and stuff on the house, it's a little bit harder for them to get under there, so I'm gonna have this part over here as a dog house. I gotta clear out all this hay and stuff, and in the section over here where the chicken coop was, that's gonna be a tool shed. I want to show you what I did. It took me a while to do it yesterday. Stayed up pretty late trying to finish it, which I didn't. I still need to clear coat it and add a few more boards and then a few more decorations and stuff, but you guys get the idea. Check out what I did. Guys, I gave Jason's patio a makeover. Check this out. I built him a custom bar. He mentioned that he liked the one I had. I was going to put cedar slabs up here. It just unfortunately didn't work out the way I wanted it, but I did add the siding on here to make it match the siding over here on the house. This place looks totally different. Pretty relaxing out here. I don't even mind spending my birthday alone. It just gives you a lot of time to think about stuff. I still have a little bit of cell signal here. It's off and on, so I'll get a bunch of stuff at once and then it'll stop and so on. But going through and just thanking everybody, all the messages on Facebook, text messages. I even got on YouTube today, so I'm sure once I post the video, it'll be a lot of happy birthdays as well. So I want to go ahead and say thank you everybody for wishing me a good and happy birthday. And also, happy birthday to my Bubba, Jason. I know he's up there in Colorado right now. I think he's actually meeting Danielle's dad today, so that ought to be an interesting birthday. But like I said, I'm going to let this burn down, throw those patties on there, enjoy the rest of my day, probably go back down to the river, fish, and swim, and then just kick back and relax and just enjoy my time. What's up, people? It is day 6 of the off-grid tiny house property makeover. You can see behind me over here, this is where Jason's wanting to put his carport. He said it for a while. The only thing is, this is where all the scrap wood was, and it got out of hand, so last night I started just burning some of the scraps. There's a lot of wood back here that's no longer, I guess, usable. It's starting to rot out, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove all that. I'm gonna burn it. I'm probably gonna get some comments saying that I can still use some of this stuff, but trust me, I'm only gonna burn stuff that we can't use. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and just start clearing that up, and then I'll start removing all the wood, and we're gonna get this place cleaned up. Guys, comment down below and let me know what you think of the new carport area. It's not covered yet, but it's cleared out. You can park the truck, the trailer, the side-by-side,
If my truck can fit in there, the Jeep can definitely fit in there, so I'm pretty sure Jason will appreciate it. Normally, if you want to turn around, you have to go down to the end of the road. There's a little roundabout and you can come back. Now you can just pull in and pull right back out. So this is the area I'll be clearing out today. It's just behind the carport area. There is a little bit of debris here, not much. There is some big structures, some wooden stuff. There's a sawhorse that I'm probably gonna keep so Jason can use that to help build with. Like I said, that thing's gonna get torn down and burned. There's a little bit of trash, which is not a big deal, and then a couple of tools that I just need to put up in the shed. But I just go around picking up all the trash first, and then removing the tools, and then removing the wood, and then cutting down all the branches. I've enjoyed myself this whole week. It gave me a lot to think about, a lot of work to do. I feel very accomplished. Thank you for everybody who subscribed. I think I gained almost 1,500 subscribers or so in the last week. My views have been a lot better. Thank you everybody who's been watching. What's up, people? It is day 8 of the off-grid tiny house property makeover. Jason just texted me and said he's on his way here. He should be here any second. Once he gets here, I'm going to film him and get his whole reaction on everything that I've done this week. So stay tuned and let's see what he says.
What the hell? This is the first time I've ever been on the park for like almost 2 years. That skirting makes a big difference, like huge. And then you cut this tree. Yeah, this bar looks way bigger than I expected.
Oh, let me climb up here. We need to build a staircase on this side.
I don't know why, but I haven't seen a whole lot of the videos or anything. Been out there in Colorado. I've seen screenshots, but I haven't been able to watch a lot of the videos. This seems way bigger than the thumbnail. Oh, shoot.
Turn the chicken shack into a little workshop.
Yeah, you actually got everything in here.
I mean, it's a little packed in here, but plenty of room to put stuff.
Which the skirting changes the look of the house. So before I left, I basically told Jared, I said, you could do whatever you want on the outside. I really don't care. The inside I have a plan. You know, if you need money for it or whatever, I don't care what you're doing. Just ask me, you know, for however much you think it's going to be, and I'll send it over. And I didn't send him over a ton of money, but you know, enough. And so
taught us how to
budget
as much as you can with it.
I mean, it definitely, for what I sent, you did a lot with it, so it's definitely pretty crazy. Plus, it makes a big difference not having those water troughs here in the front.
The video is basically just to get his reaction on everything, and hopefully it'll light a little fire back under you to...
I mean, I could say just pulling up, like, I mean, going on a vacation is always fun, but then coming back, I'm like,
arms tired.
Like, I don't really want to be back. But seeing it like this, I mean, it definitely, it's a morale boost, I'll say that. That's a big change. I appreciate all y'all's support. I still need to go through and read comments and watch the videos of Jared's, but I don't know, from what he's saying, that you guys, there's a lot of good comments and stuff, so I definitely appreciate it. I definitely appreciate all the work out here. I did not expect him to do this much. I thought he was mainly just gonna watch the animals while I was gone.
All right, people, comment down below and let me know what you think of the entire experience. Do you think you could do it? Comment down below if you think you can. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had an awesome time up there. It was great being able to help Jason out. I can't wait to see what the next 60 days has in store for him up there. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.